Solomon B. Wise was the patriarch of our extended family, but he was always just Grandpa Wise to me. As I get older and busier and more stressed out, I'm thinking more and more about how joyfully and peacefully he lived his life. For Grandpa, it was never about bills, quotas, and deadlines, but always love, life, and laughter. Grandpa Wise always wore this ridiculously wide straw hat with a peacock feather tucked in the band. He loved to pull out that peacock feather and tickle us kids under the chin at every opportunity. Just before he passed, Grandpa called me to come see him, and he gave me that hat. I guess he knew that of all the people in the world, I needed it the most. Last summer, when I took my own kids and grandkids on a beach vacation to Galveston, I took the hat with me. And at my first opportunity, I slipped away by myself down to the beach, settled into my favorite chair, pulled Grandpa's hat low over my eyes, and settled in for what I thought was going to be a long, much-needed summer nap. But just as I was drifting off, a breeze kicked up and lifted the hat up off my head. I quickly reached up with both hands and grabbed the brim, but the wind kept blowing, and the hat kept going higher, 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 taking me with it. Before I knew it, I was way up in the sky, and the beach was way down below. Just then, a seagull flew up next to me. "Hey, buddy," he said, "what's going on?" "What's going on? Are you kidding me? A talking seagull? A flying hat? You tell me what's going on." "Oh, don't worry," he said, "you're going to be fine. And you can release your death grip on that hat. You're not going to fall out of the sky. However, I want you to pay very close attention to what you see from up here." Just at that moment, two sandhill cranes stepped out of the marsh. "There they are again," the seagull said, "inseparable. Sandhill cranes mate for life. And if anything happens to one, the other never chooses another mate." They must really love each other, I thought to myself. But I was startled out of my romantic reverie by the sound of splashing water. There in the sea, a whole pod of dolphins breaching the water, squealing with delight, and then crashing down together. "Play, play, 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 play," the seagull said. "That's all those dolphins do all day long. Unlike some humans I know," he looked at me with a wink, "dolphins don't live to work. They work to live." "Aha," I said. "I think I'm getting it. We're to love like the cranes and to live like the dolphins. Is there anything else you want to tell me?" But before the seagull could respond, we were interrupted by the sound of laughter coming from the beach below. We both looked down and saw a mama raccoon running out of the salt grass, being chased by 6 baby raccoons. Then the mama slowed just slightly, and the babies caught her. They all went rolling and laughing in the sand together. "Did you see that?" the seagull said. "Now you would expect those babies to be having a good time. That's what kids do. They love to play. But what about the mama? She's been around long enough to know all about bills and quotas and deadlines. And yet she's right there in the middle of it. You can hear her laughter even over that of the babies. Say no more. I get it. The animals choose love, life, and laughter. My Grandpa Wise chose a life of love and laughter. And you're saying that I can have that kind of life too if only I choose it." The seagull just smiled, and he arched his left wing to fly away. He said, "My work here is done." But I called out to him, wait a minute, I don't even know your name." He looked back over his wing. "Just call me Wise Guy." Before I even had a moment to ponder the meaning of his words, I felt something under my chin. It was startling. What is that? And then suddenly, I was back on the beach, there in my chair. And there was my little grandson, Jackson, tickling me under the chin with Grandpa's feather. "Silly Grandpa," he said, "you fell asleep." Well, Maybe I did. Or maybe I woke up for the first time.